What a dooski, it's Farewell34, and today I'm here with my movie review for the latest live-action Disney movie, Dumbo. The story for this one follows Max Medicini as he enlists a former star and his two children to take care of Dumbo, a baby elephant born with oversized ears. One thing leads to another, and they realize the special talents of Dumbo, and he soon becomes the main attraction at the circus. And this gets the interest of larger entities, and a whole host of problems ensue. So Disney's been on this roll where they're just pumping out these live-action remakes of some of their classic movies. Some of them I've been a really big fan of, like The Jungle Book. I thought that was really well done, and others have been, yeah, you know? So the question is, where does Dumbo fall in this churning belt of live-action Disney remakes? I think somewhere in between. I found Dumbo to be entertaining and enjoyable. So when we start off the movie, we're introduced to the circus. I found myself engaged, especially for the first act when we're just getting set up with, you know, the classic story. We know what sort of happens, and we're being introduced to the characters and the mama elephant and stuff like that. And I was interested in what was going on. Once Dumbo's introduced, you just instantly fall in love with him because he's so damn cute, and you got little big ass ears, you know? So this one is directed by Tim Burton, and I honestly think he does a great job here. It's shot and pieced together well, though there are occasional issues with the lighting and the spotlights, as they often go for these, and the green screen earlier on is a little bit spotty. But those are just, you know, rather minor complaints. But where Dumbo shines to me the most is with his production design and set pieces, which look fantastic. I think they knocked it out the park here with these, and they really bring the circus act to life within the movie. There's a classic sequence that they keep from the original where it features the pink balloons, and it looks stunning. Most of the scenes actually with Dumbo, you know, flying with his ears, spoilers, they look fantastic, and I think they managed to get the magical, whimsical elements of the original in those moments. However, there is a lot of things that they cut out the build-up. They happen really rapidly, so you don't get the same payout as you would in the original, but I mean, they still work for this movie. So speaking of magical moments, the parts that work the best and what this movie is really centered about is the relationship with Dumbo and his mother. And honestly, those are probably my favorite points of the movie. Their bond together, it really serves to be the emotional core, and it's unfortunate that we don't get to see much of that, or even that same sort of level of emotional impact. We don't even get close to it with the other characters, and I think that's what really deters this movie from the original and just being that much more of a great film. But speaking of Dumbo, I thought he was great in all of his scenes. They show his point of view often, and especially in the moments when he's nervous or he's, you know, taking a risk in one of the circus acts, and it really helps you empathize for him and the message of the movie. One complaint I would say is I wish we had a few more moments with Dumbo himself, but I mean, what we have, he's fairly expressive and it works. So like I said, the moments between Dumbo and his mom, I absolutely love them, and they are easily the sweetest and most sincere moments of the entire film. And it's just unfortunate that the other characters don't manage to grasp the scenes even close to those two in the slightest. So that's what I liked about Dumbo. Now moving into the things that didn't really work for me as much. So I think it's worth bringing up that the original Dumbo movie is only around like an hour long, and this is partial adaptation and actually a decent chunk adding new material and making it almost a sequel. So later on in the movie, Michael Keaton and a whole host of other characters that come with them with this larger corporation once they try to take over the original circus, all of those elements for me sort of detract the story, and that's where Dumbo starts to fall flat for me even more. And this is mostly due to all the human characters and I think the lack of talking animals. Speaking of the human characters, even Danny DeVito's performance here, while it's over the top and fun, that's probably the most you're gonna get out of it. I wasn't a very big fan of them at all. At the very most, everyone else is just fine. Nothing really exceptional here. But like I said, all the performances from the side characters, the main characters, were fine, but the kids here fall flat, and I think that's something that really doesn't work for this movie, because the movie follows the kids taking care of Dumbo, and when you're watching them, you're supposed to feel, you know, engaged, and the performances are supposed to bridge the gap, so to say. And their performances just really miss the mark with me. Paper thin characters along with the relationships just don't benefit this remake at all. Also, there's this one scene later on in the movie where there's like a chase scene, and the kids are running away from this bald dude for like, I don't even know how long, but a long time. The actual messages and the way that they just sort of breeze through the story at points in this movie, it was fairly undercooked, and I wish that they would have dived deeper into the issues with, you know, the father and being disconnected from your kids. Would have loved to see more flashbacks maybe with the mom that they mentioned, seen maybe a flashback between the daughter and the mother so I could empathize and care more about her relationship and wanting to, you know, and showing that love for science being instilled in her and stuff like that. But we didn't get that, and I wish we could have. So overall, I think Dumbo is a fairly entertaining and enjoyable entry to the Disney live action remakes. I think Tim Burton does a solid job putting this one together. The production design and CG are gorgeous, and definitely highlights for me have to be Dumbo and his tear-jerking relationship with his mom. Unfortunately though, the human characters just fall flat and don't really manage to bring the same emotional impact to me, even including the fun but over-the-top performances by Danny DeVito and Michael Keaton, which holds even the cute big-eared elephant from soaring to the heights of the original or some of the other live-action Disney remakes like The Jungle Book. I'm gonna go ahead and give Dumbo a 6 out of 10. That was my review for Dumbo. What did you think about this one? Honestly, I wanted to like it a little bit more, but I just found it to be okay. Have you seen it? What do you think? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. I mean, Disney is going full on with all of these live action remakes. We got Aladdin coming out in 2 months. We got Lion King, which I'm super looking forward to. I'm interested to see how those turn out because I think really nails it on getting the production and the visuals and the stories and the way that they pace things out are really what fall flat here. But I think with something like The Lion King, where, you know, the story is solid, cast looks great, I'm hoping that those can get the best out of all the films that all the live action remakes that we've seen so far and really make something special. But as always, if you enjoyed this one, then definitely be sure to smack that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. But with that being said, I will see you all next time, y'all. Peace.